Hi everyone, hope you're all good. Today I am going to be doing a different video than what I usually do. I don't usually do video reviews on this channel. I tend to do reviews on my website and I have like kind of a new one up pretty much every day. Today I wanted to do one because it's a product that I'm very excited about and it's something that I haven't seen on YouTube yet. I've only personally seen one video and that was Lisa Eldridge's video using this product. It's on the Estee Lauder foundation, which is their brand new one called Invisible Fluid. I have just filmed an application of this so you can see my face with no makeup on and then you can see my face with the foundation on, which I personally think is really helpful with a foundation video, because when somebody makes a video wearing a foundation they can be like, oh, I'm wearing NARS Sheer Glow, but you don't know what primer they've got on, what concealer they've got on. They could have a whole truckload of full coverage powder on top of that. You just don't know what they've actually put on their skin to get that entire finished look. So I'll show you my bare skin, no concealer, no primer, and then the application of the foundation, and you can really make your minds up from there. So the foundation is the Invisible Fluid foundation, that is the box, and the packaging looks like this. Pretty basic, nothing special compared to like the Chanel packaging. Is quite, I prefer the Chanel packaging, but it's nothing to do with the packaging, it's all about the product that's inside. This claims to be invisible. See no makeup, feel no makeup, so invisible it leaves you flawless without leaving a trace, which is a pretty bold claim. It's kind of the new breed of foundation, I think, with the Chanel Vita Lumiere Aqua, which is the one that I love and wear quite often. I love this foundation. Where they're kind of water-based and you have to shake them up before you use them. They're both identical in that respect, and I do suffer from cystic acne, although my skin is pretty clear at the moment. But I like to use a light coverage foundation, not because I feel like I can just get away with that, but because I like to add my coverage with concealer. Estee Lauder, for me, I go to for full coverage foundations. I love their tinted moisturiser, the Day Wear Plus I think it's called, the Day Wear tinted moisturiser anyway. I love that, but it offers practically zero coverage, just a little tiny bit of evening your skin tone and a bit of colour. So I like that on holiday or on the rare occasion that my skin is flawless, which doesn't really happen. But in terms of foundation, I go to them for Double Wear Light, which still provides really good coverage. They do a maximum coverage concealer. I think they're really, really good in terms of coverage, so this was kind of a departure for them. I went to Estee Lauder head office earlier this week to have a look at this foundation, and I was matched to this colour, which is 2WN2. I would recommend going to a counter and getting matched for this foundation. I was told by the Estee Lauder makeup artist that it does actually contain a little bit of the Advanced Night Repair, which he actually put on underneath the foundation for me, but I explain in the application that I use a different serum in the daytime, but I already own a bottle of this at home and I like it for the night time. So for all fans of Advanced Night Repair, you'll be happy to know there's a little bit in that foundation. The brush that he used to apply it on me was this one, which is the Estee Lauder foundation brush, and this is a traditional foundation brush, which I'm not personally a big fan of these kinds of brushes. I much prefer to use a stippling brush or a buffing brush. He applied it on me perfectly with this because he knows what he's doing with this kind of brush, and although it's a really nice one, I tend to use these for concealer rather than foundation, and the one that I use in the application is the Real Techniques buffing brush, which you all know since June of last year I've used to apply my foundation every day, and I've yet to meet a foundation that doesn't get on well with it. I'm going to stop rambling now and I'm going to go straight into the application of the foundation, and I'll let you know my final thoughts at the end. I haven't got anything on my face at the moment, or any concealer on or anything like that. The only thing that I've done is to use my Vivo brow palette a little bit to define my brows. Let's talk you through what I've got on my skin, because I think that's kind of important as to how a foundation goes on. The first thing I've got on is my vitamin C serum that I wear every day. This is by Avalon Organics. And I also have on my sunscreen. I wear sunscreen every day, hence the paleness, to kind of protect my skin and help against aging and all that. Better to start and prevent it than to cure it afterwards. So the one I'm using at the moment, I have a few favourite ones, but the one that I'm trying out at the minute is the Clinical SPF 25, which I'm really liking so far. This is very, very clear skin for me at the moment. I do struggle with hormonal breakouts and cystic acne and things like that. I'm really tired today because I've not been feeling very well last night and I was up quite a lot in the night, which sucks. So it's probably not the best time to do this. Anyway, let's get going. Take the makeup and shake it up. I'm actually going to apply this using the Real Techniques buffing brush, which is my absolute favourite foundation brush. In Lisa Eldridge's video she used her fingers to apply this and it looked beautiful, so I thought I would do the brush and then you can kind of compare the two. You've got 2 points of reference. Kind of a weird texture actually, but a nice one. It's kind of whipped because of the metal ball in here. Yeah, and this is slightly too dark for me. The reason it's kind of yellowy, the reason we went for this colour, my skin is actually at its absolute palest right now, and I've not been using any facial self tanners. I've been using SPFs every day, which I usually do anyway, and I'm going on holiday in about 3 weeks actually, so I'm excited. So my skin's going to be getting a little bit darker for summer, and there's no point going for a lighter foundation. There was one that was slightly too light for me, so starting this across. It's not actually, once you blend it in, actually it looks kind of dark and yellowy on my skin tone, but once you blend it in it actually sort of adapts to your skin tone. I know the one that Lisa Eldridge used was a little bit light when she first applied it, and then it went the right colour, so it's nice. Kind of talking weird because I'm applying it. Very natural finish. I'm really a big fan of this. That is the finish of the foundation. Natural foundations have kind of a sheen to them, and this doesn't. It isn't matte, but it is quite a nice refreshing change, because a lot of those kind of foundations have a dewy finish to them, should I say, not a shiny finish to them. They have quite a dewy glow to them, and this is really nice because I feel like it won't put people off who have maybe slightly oily T-zones, but I have dry skin, and this does not accentuate any dryness, and it doesn't accentuate your pores either, which is another one of my main concerns as I have large pores. There's no concealer on at the moment, just the foundation. I'll go ahead and apply some under eye concealer to cover up these horrendous bags, and just a little bit of discoloration here that I need to just take care of, and a little spot. But this does provide a decent amount of coverage, and I'm a big fan. I'm a really big fan actually. Zoom you in. You can see the finish. I don't really feel like you would need to set this with a powder just for everyday wear, but I'm going to go ahead and do that because I kind of want to show you a powder that works really nicely with it, and it is the Chanel loose powder. Take a Real Techniques powder brush and take a little bit of this, put it in the lid, and just completely coat the brush in a really fine layer of the powder, and then just sweep it over the face. Zoom you in so you can see what it looks like powdered. Isn't too chalky or cakey, so it's quite nice. I'm really impressed with this foundation, as you can probably tell and hopefully see from the application. I think it's very different to anything else on the market at the moment, with the exception of the Chanel V2 Lumiere Aqua. I know people are going to ask me which one I think is better. This has slightly more coverage, and it also, I think, is more of a nighttime foundation for me. This is more of a daytime, although I would have no problems going out on an evening with this either, because like I say, with some concealer, I've applied some under eye concealer and bronzer and everything. Once that's all on, I don't feel like there's much difference, but this is definitely more invisible on the skin. Priced at £27, which isn't the cheapest of foundations, but it is cheaper than the Chanel. In terms of wear, I wore it all day yesterday and I was travelling, so it was kind of heavy duty day for the foundation. I thought it would be a good day to put it to the test, and I didn't use a primer intentionally to see kind of what would happen with it, and I also didn't set it to see what would happen with it as well. And the foundation, I think I applied at around 8:30 in the morning, and it was probably around 4 o'clock that I noticed that the foundation was kind of wearing away, kind of here where I suffer from breakouts on my jawline because they're hormonal, and that wasn't a problem for me. That's kind of what I'm used to with foundations, especially if I don't use a primer or set it. So I was quite impressed with the wear, but to be quite honest with you, there's not many foundations that last on me throughout the whole day, so it's not something that I necessarily look for in a foundation. Hope you found this helpful. I will leave links below to where you can purchase this. I I know it's available at John Lewis now, obviously on the Estee Lauder website, but I'm not sure where else you can buy it. I will research that and leave it below. And my reviews are always on my website, so I will link that below. I write a new review or a new kind of post on there every single day. I was thinking about doing a video monthly, which is kind of a beauty roundup, because I very often get asked to do reviews. I'll mention something in a favourites video, for example this foundation. I'll be like, I love this foundation, and then people will ask me for a review on it, and to be quite honest with you, everything that goes on this channel has my seal of approval. I don't use any products. I would never put a product in a favourites video or a tutorial that I hadn't kind of used and liked and would recommend for you guys. The reviews are always on my website, and there will be some positives and negatives, but anything that's on this channel is kind of approved by me. But I think what you guys don't always see is all of the products that I'm testing out, and the ones that are on this channel are kind of the cream of the crop that I personally would recommend to you guys. But I was thinking about doing a monthly beauty roundup, so I can show you, like for example right now I'm wearing one of the lip balms that's just come out from MUA's new collection. I'm testing those out. I'm going to be reviewing them for the blog. And like this Yes to Carrots lip balm that's underneath it. The eyeshadow that I'm wearing is another one that I'm testing out to review from Jemma Kidd. I don't usually show you guys everything that I get to review or everything that I'm putting to the test. I think it might be a good idea to kind of show you what's new on the market and do a beauty roundup, and I can kind of show you, you know, these have just come out from MUA, and this has been sent to me to review, and this is what it's claiming to do. I don't know, let me know whether you'd like that or not, and then you guys can then request reviews for my website or for my YouTube. Kind of a fine line between it looking like I'm just going, look at all these products that I've got, being helpful for you guys. So please leave me feedback below and let me know if that's something that you'd like to see. I'd probably do it once a month. Thank you very much for watching. I'll link my Twitter, Facebook, Tumblr, website, all that kind of business below as usual. I had a little bit of an emotional little moment this morning on Facebook. Get a bit soppy with you guys, talking to you guys on there. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye!